Hello and welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, a preview of the upcoming Houston Auto Show. Later in Jeff's Car Culture, the top 6 battery brands. And in Driving Destinations, Mars has Southeast Texas Car Museums.
All right.
Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Seekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'll get to that in just a minute. He's with us today, and I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. You're going, where in the world are
What
they?
in the heck?
There's a bed sheet behind them. Well, don't get any
Don't get
foolish
up.
ideas.
There's a clean bed sheet.
Yeah, they are. And we're in David Ainsley's garage.
Yeah. And I like it when you come in the garage, he issues you a safe word.
A safe
He
word.
does. He issues a safe word when you come in. I like it.
Well, that's good. Well, we've got a safe word into the Houston Auto Show. Rochelle Salinas is with us this morning. Rochelle, good morning.
Oh, boy.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, it's so good to have you with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time out of your Saturday morning. Tick-tock. We only got a couple of weeks left.
That's right. The countdown has begun.
Well, we're anxiously awaiting the doors opening at Rochelle Salinas's house of cars.
There you go.
Called the Houston Auto Show, and sometimes referred to as the Houston Automotive Show because it's a shared show. And it's
That's
funny
right.
because
2 events
I've
in
got-
one.
Yeah, and I've got a good friend of mine, a pilot that I know, and he manages to be in the market for a car and, oddly enough, a boat.
Oh,
and I said,
combo.
well, have I got a deal for
There
you?
you go.
Come on down. Yeah, so we're pretty excited about it, and I know you're excited too. And this show is, it's funny because we've been doing this long enough with you that we realize that every year brings its own set of newness to the Houston market. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been working hard on a lot of last minute additions to the show this year too. So it's going to be a really fantastic year. If you haven't been in a few years to the auto show, this is our 5th year now combined with the boat show. And we've got some really fun things in store. Camp Jeep is coming back. The Ram track is returning as well, so you can test out all the capabilities of the Ram trucks. Plus, we're going to have Polaris out front. The boat show
All right.
has secured the sponsor of Polaris, so you're going to be able to do some test driving of Polaris on an outdoor adventure track that they're building. And then all the traditional, cars, trucks, SUVs, electric vehicles from all the brands. We've even brought Ferrari of Houston is coming to put in a display.
All right.
Modern Luxury is having a display. We've got Mercedes-Benz and BMW, and then all the favorites. And then on the boat side, it's 5 acres of boats. I hadn't calculated it before, but 5 acres is quite a lot of boats.
And it's funny because they display the boats a lot differently than they do the cars. And man, they cram a lot of boats in there.
They do. They put watching the move-in process of the boat show is quite fascinating because they get them in on those trailers, drop them on the floor, cram them in next door to each other, inches apart. It's amazing.
And you can get on the vessels as well. Of course, you need permission to get up and, get on it and
Take your
tour
shoes
the
off.
inside of the cabin. Yeah, I got to take your shoes off.
Yeah. I think I lost audio of you guys.
and you'll notice inside
Oh, yeah.
luxurious materials.
Well, they still kind of have that. They've got marketing people and experts to that vehicle. Like Lexus has their experts and Corvette has their experts and all that. So it's part of it. My first auto show was Cobalt Hall, Detroit. That was mine.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, a matter of fact, I think that that show starts, next week?
Yep. Sure, 14th.
The 14th.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of a story on that, too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because there's some congressional things going on with the automakers, but we'll leave that alone. But can you hear us, Rochelle?
I can hear you again. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we just stole your thunder and told everybody about the dates and the VIP party and all of
good.
that good stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Sooner or later you're going to wind up hiring me as your assistant talker, and
My ambassador.
Don't touch
That's what I'll call it.
yes,
There you go.
yes,
My
ambassador of goodwill.
Yeah.
That's what they do with old people when they don't have anything else for them to do. It's
kinda like being a Walmart
he's
greeter.
the ambassador of goodwill.
A Walmart
Yeah,
reader at the
a Walmart greeter.
Yeah, you'll be the
How much
auto
are the
show
tickets?
greeter.
How much are the tickets for the event?
Tickets are $20 at the door. You can get them at a 15% discount online right now. And we also have a family 4-pack special where you get one ticket free.
Oh, and the preview show, how much
Yeah.
is that for the VIP?
The VIP night is the steal. So adults only, $75, includes food, drink, and valet. NRG has also raised their parking prices, which we have no control over. And it is $24, I think, to park at NRG now. And so that alone, coming on VIP night, is a savings to come with your parking already paid for the valet. And you've got a good night in store for just $75.
Well, I've got a feeling that you guys are going to wind up tapping into the rodeo shuttle sooner or later, and do your own parking thing off-site, and then have the buses come in. There
you go.
I didn't say that. There was just an idea that just kind of came to mind, and well, there you go.
Well, I'm still trying
Yeah.
to talk her into getting airplanes out there too.
Airplanes. Well,
Helicopters.
Helicopters.
In the big
yeah,
pad.
get
you
some-
know what? That's fine as long as I'm not on call that weekend. I'll have
Bring
nothing
it
to
up,
do with
didn't you,
that.
Mike?
Yeah.
Well, you can get a twofer.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that Ferrari is going to be there. That's something that hasn't happened in quite some time.
Yes, it is a new deal. There's some new ownership at the dealership for Ferrari of Houston, and so they have understood that auto shows are a place to be, and decided to come and participate this year.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So do we have any manufacturers this year that we didn't have last year?
Manufacturer-wise, not specifically, but we were able to bring in Mercedes, Aston Martin, and Lotus from the Star Motor Cars dealership. So they're
Aston
going to have
Martin.
a nice full display there too, so that we've got Mercedes back on the show floor.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that because, even if you can't afford a Mercedes, you certainly can look at them and
Yeah.
go, oh, so this is what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
And that pretty much goes for many of the manufacturers out there. It's such a great show because you can compare actual cars per car.
Right.
In other words,
Yeah.
let's see what Chevy's got. Let's go over here and see what the comparison is to Buick.
Or Ford.
Does
Yeah,
Cadillac have something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Yes,
Right.
and of course, Ford and Lincoln and all of that. And I assume that they'll all have their own displays there.
Yes, they will. They will. We've got about 23 different brands, I think, being represented in their displays, and then there'll be some other onesies of vehicles spread out. And on the comparison aspect, something we added this year are some VIP tour guides. So you can pay a little extra for a ticket. You get a free T-shirt or a lanyard, and we have a Texas Auto Writers journalist who is going to lead people on tours. And we've broken up these tours into different segments. So you've got your starter vehicle tour, luxury vehicle tour, and then trucks and SUVs. So that if you are really trying to be a serious comparison shopper, that you can go with one of these people that are non-biased, have driven all of these vehicles on the show floor to give you a real review and comparison of these vehicles. And then you'll be able to walk the rest of the show floor and take in some more knowledge and sights and activities.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Now, a backstory. Typically, you have what they call a media day. Is that going to occur?
Yes, we'll still have our press morning on the first morning of the show on the Wednesday,
On Wednesday, okay. So that would be Wednesday the 28th?
28th. Yes, right
Yeah.
before we open to the public.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
I may or may not be there. It depends on the day and mood. And and I know that you'll be there bright and early. Is Kimberly Schultz from Stellantis coming in?
Yes, she is. We're planning some surprises together.
Very nice.
Wow.
We always like surprises as long as they're good.
I think that's margaritas. That's code for margaritas.
Yeah. Well, this show is kind of a surprise.
Code for margarita,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, code for margaritas. Steve Parrott with Nissan, is he going to be there?
I don't think Steve is coming to town this year.
Darn it, because he owes me a dinner.
Yeah. Now he'll owe me one too.
Very good. Well, I think that he's taken on Infinity as well as his duties with Nissan, if I'm not mistaken. But
That would
at
probably
any
be
rate,
right.
yeah, I know we're talking out of school here, so pardon me for barreling in. You have anything for children that happen to be attending?
Of course, that this year we brought back our remote control racetrack.
All right.
So that the kids can drive the race cars. We'll also have a whole section of classic cars on display to admire. I'm pretty sure Kia or Hyundai will have their simulator, and so will Ford, where you get to get up in the race car simulator. And on the boat show side, they'll have the bass tub with the professional bass fishermen teaching you the proper way to cast and lure in some fish. And then, just being able to crawl inside all the vehicles and the boats is a kid's adventure land, no matter what.
Yeah. And for those that are listening to the show for the first time, just to let you know, there are no really sales representatives there. They're not trying to push you into buying a car. They're strictly there as information only. And then you decide a
Right.
dealership that you want to go to. And I think that takes the pressure off of everybody that wants to go and see the car show.
Right.
What's the best day to go?
If you're really trying to go and comparison shop and get some education, like you're mentioning, I think during the week is the way to go because it's less crowded. You've got more time and attention to be able to spend with those product specialists and take your time leisurely around the event. The weekend is definitely way busier. I've even seen people standing in line to look inside a particular vehicle. So
Yeah.
coming during the week's the time to go. One other new thing we're adding this year too is that we've decided to do a Give Back to Houston Day. And so Thursday, the 29th, we have 20 different nonprofits setting up in the lobby of NRG Center, promoting themselves, creating awareness about their nonprofits, taking donations, signing up volunteers, just creating some real awareness about what's going on. One of those that will be there is also the Gulf Coast Blood Bank. And so we'll be doing a blood drive that day. And we'll have 20 different other nonprofits out for people to learn from.
And and just to kind of gather on with that is the fact that this really is an event for the whole city of Houston.
Yeah, and surrounding area.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if you take a bus to get there, seriously, I
Yeah.
mean, there's every kind of car, every kind of price point that you can imagine represented there,
Yep.
and it is a Houston event.
Do you track well, obviously, I don't know if you can track this, the furthest point someone travels to the show? Because they do that at other events as well, but I don't know if you do that there.
Yeah, we have this father-son duo that come all the way from Mississippi every year. I think they've been coming to the show about 15 years. They used to live in Houston and started coming when they were in Houston, and they had to move to Mississippi, and now they drive in. I call them our auto show VIP now because they're first in line when we open the show or the day that they come to the show. They're the first in line to get in. It's their tradition to be there early and be the first in the doors. Now we treat them like royalty and are so grateful that they travel just to come and hang out with us at the auto show.
Oh, it's cool.
So when do you say goodbye to your family and marry up with the car show? What day is that? When does move-in start?
Yeah, we start moving the week before, so that'll be about the 25th, I think. 24th, we move our offices over there and then start moving in everything. The boat show starts a little bit earlier because it takes them a little bit longer to move in all those boats, but Camp Jeep and the Ram Track will start building the weekend before we open. And then things come together really fast. We move in the cars on Monday, and Tuesday we're ready for the VIP night. So it comes together really quick.
Well,
Wow.
well, as always, we wish you the very best of luck, and it's great to have you on. And I understand that we're going to be talking to you once we get out there for our
Yes.
remote broadcast that morning on Saturday.
An extended broadcast, I hope. It should be a good day for us out there.
It's going to go 3 days.
3 day, a 3 day broadcast. I love it. Rochelle, it's great to talk to you. Best of luck to you. We're
see
pulling
ya.
for you. I hope this will be the biggest Houston automotive show ever.
I hope so too. Thank you guys for the support. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
See you then. Just ahead,
All right.
Jeff's Car Culture, top 6 battery brand rankings. You want to listen to that. Matter of fact, I had a friend of mine that had to get a battery.
You were telling me,
Yeah, for her car because the cold weather and it really zaps the batteries. And I said, this thing's fixing to go.
Yep.
And I was correct.
Yep.
I took it to the dealership and they tested it for several days and they said, yeah, we're putting a new battery in it.
There you go.
Mars has driving destinations, Southeast Texas car museums. That and more coming up after this break on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good.
Make a splash. Live the dream. It all happens at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. Check out classic autos to today's cars and trucks. Experience off-road adventures with Polaris, Ram, and Camp Jeep. Explore 5 acres of the newest sport boats, fishing boats, and much more. It's all here, from the open road to the open water. If it thrills you, you'll find fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show. Making waves and fueling adventure.
Yes, fueling adventure.
Fueling
We're
adventure.
Fueling adventure.
Yeah, fueling.
And
And fueling,
hey,
fueling
Inwheel-
prices have gone down.
I noticed that.
I know, we saw it.
Inwheel
A
Time
lot.
invites you to join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live show about all things automotive. And we thank you for being with us today. And did you hear Rochelle say something about the fact that we're going to have an extended broadcast
Yeah,
that,
I
that
started to
day?
say that.
Yeah,
So-
we need to talk about that. I had a conversation with her the other day.
Well, what do we need
He's
to talk
holding
about?
secrets.
Well, they're just the facilities and things like that.
Okay. Well, we'll-
The facilities could impact it,
yeah.
and she knows that.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything, so we're just going to make
we just
these
need to
Show
arrangements
up.
right on the
there
air.
you go.
live.
There you go.
All right, time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Today,
Is it culture or
top
Motor Minute?
6, whatever. Top
Culture.
6 car battery rankings.
Okay, I got to find it. I was out of sync here.
You were.
I was on the wrong page. Here we
Okay,
go.
well,
It's
that's
the first
all right.
time
We've
I
been
have
on the
it.
wrong page since we got
Yeah,
here
it's
this
all right.
morning.
It's kind of a given. So car battery shopping has been one of the least exciting parts of owning a car. We all know that. And I'm doing this story because there's parts of the country that are really cold and parts that are really warm. So this goes out to our cold friends up there in the Northeast. A few things to remember before you head inside to locate a battery group for your vehicle is know that battery group, the CCA, which is the cold cranking amps. So the number one we have on here, now these are listed.
Is that a club?
The CCA?
The CCA?
Yeah, I think so.
It has to do with carp or something.
Could be.
Fishing,
Yes,
yeah.
fishing.
Fishing,
Yeah,
yeah.
CCA.
GCA, whatever.
Yeah, and then there's AAA, and then there's AA. Number 6 on my list is the Odyssey
NA.
batteries. Have a number of features that have pushed them high in the rankings. their commitment to over-engineering is giving the batteries a reputation of reliability. The claim of a longer service life and cycle life and the shelf life are the comparisons for any competitor in the battery field.
It's called Odyssey.
Odyssey Extreme batteries can start a vehicle in temperatures as low as 40 degrees below zero.
Okay.
And all the way up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So there you go. There's the Odyssey. The next one, and it's kind of surprised me, is the Duracell. It's all about the big name, and it gets the battery world, and drivers may be pleased to learn that a well-known brand of manufacturers also does car batteries. In terms of customer reviews, Duracell batteries can, in some respects, be the best out there. They're pretty highly rated, and the majority of the outlets like Sam's Club and AutoZone have these batteries. Duracell has a few options available, like the basic level. There's a company standard series, all that good stuff. No frills option for the company. Claims to meet basic needs of the vehicle. The next one we have, Michael, is a Superstart. The Superstart, which is mainly sold through O'Reilly Auto Parts, offers a good range of batteries spanning from its economy to its premium units. Their economy batteries come with a 1-year warranty. While
Don't
the
forget,
premium,
David, those are premium units.
Premium units. And while the premium unit receives 2 years worth of backing, both the Platinum and the Extreme batteries get 3 years of coverage bundle. So there you go. That's for that one. Die Hard. Now, it's not the movie, it's the battery. This is the battery.
It used to be the Sears brand.
It did. This is the battery your dad told you about and put in your first car. That's the one he bought. Die Hard remains a great aftermarket option for it was for Sears until they sold the brand to Advanced Auto Parts back in 2019. They relaunched in 2020, pairing the Die Hard battery with the Die Hard film hero, just mentioned that, John McClane. Popular advertising campaign reintroduced the battery brand and the availability. The next one, Michael, is an Optima battery. They use several unique design choices that move them to the number one spot in some cases, but not here. The six-pack design and spiral wound cells are used both in the LED and the AGM versions of the batteries.
They have LED versions?
Yeah, they're the old school, the old style. Okay. Now, they're very expensive in some respects. The most affordable option for a 1996 Ford Ranger is a $250 battery. But they're reliable, trusted, and have a good warranty backing for the product. Next one, Mike, is a Dakota. One of the main sources people tend to shell out more than a car battery is the ability to crank an engine when things get chilly. In this respect, Dakota has good ratings on that part. The company claims that the batteries offer 200% of the power traditional car batteries offer, 5 times the charging speed, lasts 8 times longer, and are half the weight of what you would normally have as a battery. So check them out. There's all kinds out there. Just be careful. Get what you need. Check the cold cranking amps, and you should have a good, solid battery. Yep.
Then there are those batteries that you go, I've never heard of this, but okay, the salesman said buy this.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
Have you ever done that?
No, because I do my due diligence and research.
Did you mention Interstate?
Interstate was probably 7th or 8th on the list. Interstate is in the grouping of 12, but these are the top 6.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, sure.
Mars, you bought a battery in a while?
Nope.
Good for you. All right. Driving destinations. Mr. Mars, Southeast Texas Car Museums. How many are there?
Well, that's kind of the concern, and the ones that are there are no longer there. So I learned real fast last night. A lot of them are closed for the winter, and a lot of them are closed, period. They're not coming back.
Oh, boy. So
I took and added some of the North and the Central Texas pieces in there just so it would be more than just 3. And so I'm going to start out with the Formula Automotive Museum in Houston. I'd never heard of this till I got to looking for these. And it's focused on curated automotive history. You know, they have different exhibits that go through the year, including classic cars, specialty vehicles, collections. Kind of depends on what all they can kind of put together. But they a lot of it goes into the engineering and the highlight design behind the cars. Now, this is in Houston. A lot of the Houston car clubs go there for some of their events. Then, if you want to get a little further out, and something that's a lot different, is the Orangefield Cormier Museum in Orangefield, Texas. Now, if you haven't ever heard of Orangefield, it's next door to Orange, which is over in the Beaumont-Port Arthur area, part of the Golden Triangle.
You would know more about that than we would.
It's in a field, too, right?
It is. And they have a lot of oil fields, and there's a lot of this is based on the oil and stuff that goes around there because it's still very much oil producing with a lot of derricks and a lot of things going on. But it's built in, but the school district gets involved in it. It's all run by volunteers, and they do a lot of things related to the oil industry, including the car shows. They have a boom town that's set up with bank and post office, soda fountain, things like that. So there's a lot more to it than just the cars that they have there. This is one of them that's only open on certain times. But then you go into Beaumont, and you get to the Fire Museum of Texas. Now, this is the state Fire Museum of Texas. It's set in a 1927 Central Fire Station, and it's got a lot of old vehicles. Like there's a fire engine that used to be on the LBJ Ranch, and some of the others that are similar to that. And out front of it, you're going to find this giant fire hydrant.
Fire plug, yeah.
And it was actually something Disney built to use for part of the 101 Dalmatians.
I'll be darned.
And the fire station there got it donated there, so they've got it there on the outside. The kids love going out there and taking pictures of it. You can climb on all the engines and stuff, and it's got a real nice
They've
history.
just built one themselves.
Dogs love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the dogs park.
Oh.
Then if you want to go a little bit further, and this is kind of out of whack, but over at the Texas Transportation Museum in San Antonio. Now, this celebrates just more than automobiles. It has a lot of trains. It's got a lot of trucks, how public transit has shaped its life in Texas and how it's kind of expanded as it goes around. It's got a lot of interesting things there, including model trains that apparently the kids really love getting in there and watching those go. Then you're going up north, the DFW Car and Toy Museum is being considered one of the largest museums of that kind in the state. It is got free admission. It's 150,000 square feet.
Holy cow.
It's got 200 collectible vehicles, got 3,000 vintage toys and automobilia, like signs and
Pedal
gas
cars
stations.
and stuff.
Yeah. It goes through the brass era cars, muscle, exotics, pop culture, and it's really diverse, and it's got a lot of, and they even have some dog-friendly and family-oriented areas there that you can bring your kids and dogs and
Let
have a
the
big
dog
time.
go to the bathroom out there.
And it's free.
Now, you said some of these are closed and not open or wintertime. Are any of the ones that you talked about like that?
Well, like the Orange Field's only open on certain Saturdays. This one's open year-round and got all the hours and stuff on it. So then we can go out to Amarillo to the Jack Sizemore RV Museum and Storage. Now, I thought this was kind of a unique idea. He's got a lot of RVs and stuff in there as part of the museum. And it's also got some motorcycles, some other things. But it also has part of a storage. You can actually rent a place there and store your RV there to become part of the display. So it kind of keeps it going as a museum because a lot of these museums have closed down because of just funding. Then the Clinton Classic Chassis and Golden Age Gallery is another one like that. It's 22,000 square feet up in Clifton and runs from the 40s through the 80s vehicles, and it kind of rotates through them depending on what they have. Then the Terrell Antique Car Museum in De Leon.
De Leon.
All right.
I noticed
Pre-World
that you
War
looked
II.
at me for that. I noticed that you looked at me for that.
Well, I figured you would know. Pre-World War II automobiles is what's highlighted in here, including a rare vehicle such as a 1901 Coffin steam carriage and a 1915 REO Speedwagon.
All right.
A lot of these
That's
vehicles,
a-
they
that's
actually
a
keep
group,
them
isn't it?
running.
I've got all their
REO
albums.
Speedwagon? You
Yeah,
got all
yeah,
their
yeah.
albums?
That's real popular. And that was their truck. That was their band hauler that made it.
There you go.
So anyway, that's just some of the museums. You're going to need something to do this winter and you want to go see an automotive museum, there's some of them that you can go. Just be sure and check before you go if they're open.
I like it. Thank you, sir. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
It's the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. You say award-winning? What? Yes, somewhere back in our past, I think we won an award for something. Engineering, I think it was. Ahead, our feature story of the week. We're going to have some recalls for you, and going to review the 2025 Ford Maverick. Later, Jeff will have the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley is joining us today from his garage.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, David, for letting us use your garage. Don't ask why, but dry. It's the In Real Time Car Talk Show. We thank you very much for being with us on this Saturday for our live show. And if you're listening on a podcast, thanks for doing that too. All right, time for our story of the week. I thought that this was a very interesting story, and I think that you'll probably agree. Hear me out.
Okay.
This is from Automotive News. James Moylan, an interior trim designer at Ford Motor Company, hopped in one of the company's pool cars on a rainy day in April of 1986 to attend a meeting in another building there on the Ford property.
Okay.
But the gasoline tank was empty, and when he pulled up to a pump in Dearborn, Michigan to refuel, he'd parked on the wrong side. He moved the car and fueled up, but got soaked in the meantime in the driving rainstorm. For Moylan, who died December 11th of this past year at the age of 80, the personal episode sparked a simple idea. He quickly proposed to install an arrow near the fuel indicator gauge to advise drivers on which side to refuel. It has benefited countless new car owners and other drivers ever since. I got back to my office after the meeting, and without even taking my coat off, I sat down and started writing the first draft of this proposal. He said, I typed it up and turned it in and forgot completely about it. In a one-page proposal addressed to P.M. Moss with a simple subject, Product Convenience Suggestion, Moylan laid out his vision.
Very good.
The indicator or symbol I have in mind would be located near the fuel gauge, Moylan wrote in April of '86, proposal to his boss, and simply described to the driver on which side of the vehicle the fuel fill door was located. R.F. Zokas, a Ford director for interior design, replied on November 18th of '86 that the company would install the indicator arrows on 1989 model year cars that are under development currently.
Cool.
It debuted first on the Ford Escort and Mercury Tracer, remember those? And soon after on the 1989 Ford Thunderbird and Mercury Cougar.
Wow.
What is now widely known inside the family and some automotive enthusiast circles as the Moylan Arrow has become indispensable. Since automakers were forced to move the fuel filler door from the back of the car, typically behind the license plate, to the side for safety reasons, some owners have struggled to remember which side to refuel on. James Moylan was born in Detroit on December 19, 1944, and grew up in the city. He joined Ford as a draftsman in body engineering in March of '68. He was laid off in the '70s and later called back to work in plastics engineering. See, there's a future for you, David. It's a key area at the time when Detroit cars were being downsized to save weight and enhance fuel economy. In the late '80s, when Ford and Mazda partnered on small cars such as the MX-6 and Probe, he was stationed in Hiroshima, Japan.
Wow.
He later attended night school to earn a BS in plastics manufacturing and engineering from the University of Detroit, Mercy, in 1999. He retired in July of 2003 after more than 30 years with the automaker.
That's pretty cool.
The Moylan Error.
Now,
Did not know that, but I always wondered, why do some people put it on the right and some people put it on the left?
That I can't tell you that. I would imagine
Be a
it would have been
manufacturer
they're
thing.
trying to get out of the way of something else that's already designed into the car.
Could
Let
be.
me just finish this up by saying,
thought you
Dad
did.
always chuckled about the attention the Aero received in later years. His son Andrew Moylan said in an interview. James Moylan initially called it a no-brainer of an idea and would cost the company pennies, create goodwill, and enhance customer satisfaction for years to come. Even if all Ford product lines eventually locate on the same side, for the minor investment involved on the company's part, his proposal said, I think it would be a worthwhile convenience not only for two-car families, but also pool car users and especially car rental
Yep.
customers.
Now, on an EV, does it have the arrow top or bottom for front or back?
You
That
know,
would
it's
be-
funny you should say that because I'm driving an electric vehicle
I know
this
you are.
week.
Yep.
And it does not indicate on which side the plug is located in this particular car. It happens to be at the rear on the driver's side.
So I would have thought they would have still put it on
You
to
would have
let you
thought
know.
that.
Yeah.
But then again, I would have thought they all put it on the
You
driver's
know,
side.
and that's what we get for thinking.
You know, here's this guy. He came up with a simple idea, and he will be known and remembered forever.
In 1986. What were you doing in 1986?
The Moylan era.
I'm not saying.
Oh Lord, that is a very scary thought right there. You know, David, that thing has a microphone on it. And
Well,
I
you,
can,
you control that.
I do.
Did you not drive the EV over here because you were going to run out of fuel?
Well, that was one of the stipulations when I talked to Jeff this morning. I could have driven it over here, but we would have probably had to make a stop at the DC fast charger over by Hobby Airport because I've got to work tomorrow for the Houston Marathon.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Or he could have spent the night here with it plugged in until they
you
got
know
charged.
what? No, that was not going to happen.
That wasn't, that
No,
wasn't an option.
I did not want to have Larry walking
Larry
over
needs a
my-
roomie.
over my head. Larry the cat.
Larry the cat.
So, yeah.
I saw him run by earlier, and I was getting coffee.
Yeah.
Was that Larry or is that Lulu?
It was a little black cat.
Yeah,
That was
that was
Larry.
that was Lulu.
Oh, Lulu?
I think Don scared Larry.
Apparently.
He
I do
said,
that
"Hey,
to- I
Harry,
do.
Larry."
Yeah, Harry Larry. Yeah, I do that to most people. Scary things.
Scary Harry Larry.
Yeah. Let's see. So we can do a couple of things here.
Yeah, let's do them.
We can do the recalls, of which I have a few, and I can also do the car review. Which would you like?
It's your call.
All right. Well, since I've got it pulled up right here, why not we do the review?
Okay, and
Which
that would
one?
be
This would be the 2025 Ford Maverick
okay.
pickup truck.
All right.
Final assembly location, Hermosillo, Mexico. Available trim levels, the XL, the XLT, the Lobo, I like that, the Lariat, and the Trimmer. I reviewed the Lobo, which is kind of the middle of the road version that has popular elements when it comes to trim. What size class? This is considered a small pickup truck. It's smaller than the F-150 and smaller than the Ranger. I'll tell you what it's based on here in just a minute. 5 seats, including the driver. All new for '22. This year, new dash with a larger screen. That's for 2025. Sharp-looking front fascia, modern and very Ford attractive. Concentric wheel openings and great wheel options too, I might add. Color choices are excellent, and the trimmer package rocks with great accents on it, so be sure and check that out too. Excellent rear lighting, tailgate, and bumper design, all integrated back there in the back end. What I liked, the integration of the overall look really worked for me. What could use improvement? I just put a question mark because I don't really know. Interior highlights. Plain, simple layout. Let's not forget, this is a pickup truck, and it really can be a working man's pickup truck. And I throw back to the Rangers, the original Rangers, that you still see
Every
on the
now and
roads.
then, yeah.
Every once in a while. Matter of fact, there was one who went down the road the other day. This thing was immaculate.
Yeah.
You could tell that the guy really took care of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Two-tone versions add pizzazz to the interior look, made from rugged materials and coverings throughout the cabin. Cargo room, below the rear seat, handy storage bin back there for my trim level, the Lobo. What I liked about it, Ford knows how to make pickups, and here is just another one that really, if you're in the market for a small pickup truck, this is one you definitely need to check out. What could use improvement? I say don't touch it. Great options on all of the trim levels. Now, as far as motivation, it has a 2-liter EcoBoost inline 4-cylinder engine that has 250 horsepower, which is more than most. You know, when you get into those 2-liter inline 4 cylinders, 200 horsepower is about all it's got. This one's got 250, 280 pound-feet of torque. Transmission, 7-speed automatic with a tow rating of 2 tons, 4,000 pounds. Haul, 1,500 pounds.
And it's smaller than the Maverick.
No, it's
size.
smaller,
It is the Maverick.
smaller than
this
the
is the
Ranger.
Maverick.
Smaller than the Ranger.
It's the Lobo edition. Okay.
And smaller than the F-150.
That's what you got.
Miles per gallon, it got 21 in the city and 30 on the highway for a combined of 24. I got 26.1 miles per gallon over the 208.6 miles that I drove it. Why did I not drive it very much? Because there was a short window for me to have this because of the holidays.
Gotcha.
So they picked it up on Tuesday. It was just short.
Just scheduling.
What I liked about it, plenty of horsepower and standard all-wheel drive on mine. What could use improvement? Nothing. Like I said, I really like this. Ride and handling, smooth ride for a pickup truck. It is based on the Ford Escape SUV
Oh, wow.
and the Ford Bronco Sport.
Huh.
So it's got underpinnings and it shares some under the body work
Right.
bits and pieces.
So they can run it on the same line, pretty much. Yeah.
So it really is kind of a car-based truck. It's easy to maneuver in parking lots because it's not so massively huge. What could use improvement? Nothing. Would a 4x8 sheet of plywood fit in it? Yes, 4 feet wide it would. 8 foot long, you'd have to lower the tailgate and let it hang out the back end because it is small. Okay, here's the pricing on it. Base trim price for this particular vehicle was $40,750.
Okay.
Prices tested $42,345. Base model price, entry level for this particular truck, the Maverick, $28,145.
Now you're talking.
Now
Now
you're
you're talking, yeah.
For a small truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really did like it. Okay, competitors, really, there's only one. Believe it or not, there's only one. I looked and looked and looked, and the only one that actually goes head-to-head with this is the Hyundai Santa Fe. The Hyundai
be darned.
Santa Fe starts at $28,750. And what did the base price of the Ford Maverick go for? $28,145.
Now,
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz, that's a unibody. There's no gap between the bed and the cab.
That's
so
correct.
It's a unibody.
And that's the same thing with
Yeah.
the Maverick.
Ah.
So, next up would be in kind of comparison, midsize Ranger. That starts at $33,350, and then the Honda Ridgeline. Man, it's expensive. $40,150 is where it starts.
And it's not a unibody anymore.
And it's a
They've
big
actually
vehicle. It's
Put
bigger.
a cab
Well,
bed conversion thing
from
on
what
it.
I understand is it's not a unibody in the sense that the cab and the truck bed are one piece.
Right, right.
There is a separation, but it's still considered a unibody underneath.
The way the platform is.
Yeah, because there is no
Okay.
frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's car-based. It's an Accord, basically. Yeah, it's weird the way. I don't know why they did it that way, but you know the Japanese, they do things differently.
Well, and you can't hardly find one of them on a used car lot.
No,
Even
that's
even
true.
the old
That's
ones.
true.
Just that Ridgeline holds its value.
Yeah, it does. Well, I think most Hondas do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know, I don't get Hondas very much anymore. Do you?
No.
I see a lot of them.
No, but
Oh,
I mean
see a
in
lot
the,
of
in
them,
the press
but-
fleet.
yeah.
We just don't get them. I don't know why. I guess they don't think enough of us. And,
Or they don't need the advertisement.
Well, my oldest daughter had an Accord hybrid, and she's now got a Pilot. I mean,
the Pilot?
Yeah, and they're both really nice cars. You know, I haven't driven them, but looking at them
well,
and
hell
sitting
no,
in
they
them-
wouldn't let you drive it.
No,
They've seen you drive.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he tears up cast iron exhausts on engines.
Wow.
You know, he hits curbs. He does things
Well, it's the
like
curb
that.
fault. Why was the curb there?
That's right. If it hadn't been there, I wouldn't have hit it.
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. I had to go there. It was there, and you let me go there, so it's
I
all your
understand.
fault again. All right. I did want to, if I could find it.
Do we,
I'll have to look for
do we
it.
need a break?
we're going to take a break, but I was going to do recalls. If I can find it, I'll do that coming up. All right. Coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll have stories making automotive news headlines. And I know that I have the recall list here somewhere. And when I find it, I will play it for you.
All right.
So stay with us here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We continue right after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good.
Make a splash. Live the dream. It all happens at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. Check out classic autos to today's cars and trucks. Experience off-road adventures with Polaris, Ram, and Camp Jeep. Explore 5 acres of the newest sport boats, fishing boats, and much more. It's all here, from the open road to the open water. If it thrills you, you'll find fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventure.
Hey, welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on this Saturday. This is our live version, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Do.
We're coming to you from the Ainsley Mansion.
It is.
in Friendswood, Texas. Of course, he didn't invite us in. Well, he did invite us into the house, but we didn't want to.
He didn't invite me in.
We didn't want to really mess up his $10,000 dining room.
Yeah. And
So-
this sheet behind us, that's a 10,000 thread.
10,000
sheet.
count, yeah.
Yeah.
That he offered off of Amazon.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Sheet,
said nothing
man.
but the best.
Sheet.
Sheet.
Time now. Hey, be sure and join us for our live show. In Wheel Time airs Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. We thank you for joining us today. And I just found out that we were scheduled to do a 3-hour show at the Houston Automotive Show. But Mars, I guess, pulled the rug out from under us on that.
No. It's a question of access, utility, internet. There's lots of questions that are being resolved, hopefully, in the next day or two.
So we're definitely going to be there for 2 hours.
Absolutely.
But the third hour is in question?
Yeah.
But it depends on whether they pay the bill or what.
No.
No, there's other activity going on in the city, and that with the internet issues that have been in the past. So
Look, I have asked too many questions
Right.
already. Let's move on.
Just show up.
And let's
We'll-
do the cruise in and events
Let's do
calendars.
it.
Jeffrey has that.
So next Saturday, January 17th, you got Daniel's Meat Market, Cars and Coffee. We've talked about this one before. It's a pretty cool show. It's in Baytown, Texas at 6010 Thompson Road. It goes from 8 to 10.
And you can buy you a slab of beef
You
while you're
can
there.
slab a lot of stuff. The classic car owners are invited to register their vehicles by emailing marketingmanager@danielsmeatmarket.com. Go on out there and enjoy some good stuff.
And that's from 8 to
8
10?
to 10. So it's during our show. So you can tune into us.
It is?
Yep.
8 to 10?
Well, we're 10 to noon, but 10 o'clock. Come on. You can still tune in. You ask too many questions. Tint World Cars
Busted.
and Coffee. January 17th was next Saturday, 8 to noon, which is during our show as well. The Tint World Automotive Styling Centers is putting this on. It's in New Braunfels. They're at 55.
You are saying
Tint World Automotive
T-I-N-T?
Yeah.
The same thing I heard,
Tint
Dan.
World, yeah. 553 South Business I-35 in New Braunfels. Their Tint World is the sponsor of that. Cars and Coffee for every third Saturday
I'm just not
of the
hearing
month.
that N quite as
The event
much
takes
as I need to
place
hear it.
in New Braunfels, like I said. So and they support Toys for Tots at Tint World Automotive Styling Centers. Then on next Sunday, Sunday, you got Clear Lake Cars and Coffee January 18th from 7 to 10. Our show starts at 10. Grace Church is hosting it, so get on out there as well. It goes from 7 to 10 at Grace Church, located at 14505 Gulf Freeway. And what's going on today, you might ask, if you're out and about and you happen to be in Wichita Falls, Texas, the Pinewood
I'm
Derby.
sure we've got listeners in
We
Wichita
do.
Falls.
The Pinewood Derby Build Day. This Pinewood Derby Day is scheduled for today at Crafts in Wichita Falls, Texas. The event runs from 11 to 2. Scouts are invited to bring their Pinewood Derby cars to design and build them for the event. So that's going on
So
today.
wait a minute.
we got-
So the Pinewood Derby,
we
those
make
are
the
the,
little
those
cars,
are the
yeah.
little bitty
Yeah,
model
my
things.
brother was in Scouts and he did that a lot. My mother was a den mother. And so we'd get to play with all that stuff. I wasn't of age to join, but we got to still play with this stuff. So there you go. That's what's going on.
Okay. We do have some recalls to tell you about. First off the box here is a company that gets recalled a lot. Ford Motor Company. Ford Expedition for 2019 being recalled because of out-of-park warning message and chime is too short. Hate that.
I would get rid of my chime if I could.
Rear view camera image may not display on a whole mess of Porsches. 911, Cayenne, e-hybrid, Panamera, Taycan. 2019 to 2025. If you own one of those, you're probably not listening
That's
to
a
this
lot of
show.
years.
because
And you probably don't go in reverse much anyway.
No,
I wouldn't imagine so.
not unless you're backing it up on the rollback.
Yeah. Or backing it out of a parking space because you've stolen it from a Carrabba's Italian restaurant in the parking lot.
I have no idea. He's got an issue with Carrabba's.
Apparently.
I don't actually. I really love the original Johnny Carrabba owned Carrabba's down on Kirby Drive. Anyway, another story for another day. Seatbelt retractor may fail to secure the child's seat. Audi, a lot of them. A5, A6, Sportback,
Wow.
e-tron, all of them, 2025. You own an Audi for 25, don't have a child. Or don't put them in the seat thing in the back.
Get them their own car.
Okay, so that's those are the recalls this week. I have a lot of news stories, and I'm going to have to edit this as I go, depending on how much time we've got. Right now, we've got plenty of time.
Okay.
So let's start with this one. U.S. new vehicle sales in 2025 defied expectations that they would buckle under higher prices,
Wow.
import tariffs, and regulatory uncertainty. Instead, achieving their best year, get this, since 2019, as consumers rushed to buy before the vehicle they wanted got more expensive. But 2026 isn't likely to see the same level of demand, according to analysts, and continued pressure on pricing and monthly payments have some concerned that fewer consumers will be able to afford a new vehicle. Well, at most of the prices right now, which, by the way, the average price of a new vehicle across all brands and all models is $50,000. That's the average price. Are you kidding?
Man.
Light vehicle sales rose 2.3% in 2025 to 16.3 million, according to a preliminary report from Global Data. That includes a 4.3% drop in the fourth quarter when electric vehicle sales plunged. So we don't pay for
No.
the $7,500 rebate anymore.
Yep.
Former owner of 3 Iowa dealerships. Are you listening? Jeff Heitzman
Uh-oh.
has been arrested on charges of theft, according to a criminal complaint. Daniel Winchell, no relationship to Walter, I hope. Daniel, 64, of Cherokee, Iowa, was arrested December 8th on 2 counts of ongoing criminal conduct and 4 counts of first-degree theft, according to Storm Lake Radio, big 50,000-watt blow-your-socks-off
If you say so.
machine
Sure.
in the middle of Nowhereville, Iowa,
So the corn can hear it.
and the pigs.
And they've got the ears for it.
The Iowa Department of Transportation filed the charges in Cherokee County and Buena Vista County. It alleged that Winchell withheld title and registration fees and sold vehicles without repaying loans, known as being out of trust. That's the word for it.
yeah.
The State Department alleged that Winchell kept tax, title, and registration payments from customers instead of forwarding them to county treasurers, according to Storm Lake Radio. Some customers ended up paying fees twice. Transportation Department also alleged that Mr. Winchell sold at least 80 vehicles out of trust, that he withheld loan payments from Citizens First National Bank of Storm Lake. Winchell owned Holzhauer Motors, a General Motors dealership selling Chevy and GMCs in Cherokee. Holzhauer Ford Cherokee and Holzhauer Ford Storm Lake. The dealerships closed in the fall of 2024 when Citizens First National Bank of Storm Lake filed lawsuits against Mr. Winchell, claiming that more than $15 million in unpaid loans. Oof. He was in deep doo-doo. Storm Lake Radio said the Holzhauer dealerships filed for bankruptcy in 2024. Talk about bad dealers. There's one.
So what do you do with $15 million in the middle of Iowa?
Buy some pig farms and corn combines.
Rent a car and drive away.
No, steal a car.
Steal a
Steal a
car.
car, yeah.
Steal a car and drive away.
Buy a car. There you go.
Just don't buy it from Mr. Winchell.
No, Winchell, yeah.
Steal
No
the money.
relationship to Walter.
Go buy it from another dealer.
Customers are increasingly interested in using artificial intelligence to shop for and buy a car. The Car Gurus 2025 Consumer Insights Study by Car Gurus and Nielsen IQ surveyed 3,000 customers who bought and sold vehicles in the 4 months before the study was conducted last May and June. It found 80% of buyers are open to using AI as part of the car buying process, and 26% already are using it. Breakdown of the car buying process with percentage of respondents comparing vehicles. 44% used AI. Finding specific car listings. 40%. Summarizing vehicle reviews and ratings. 39%. Summarizing dealership reviews and ratings. I find that interesting. So they get a car and they okay, well, we got 4 dealerships. Who are we going to buy the car from?
But isn't that kind of like using AI for like Google search?
Yes, I think that's partially involved in that.
I don't trust AI because there's a lot of things right now that you see that are AI produced.
Well, yes.
And with all the fraud going on in the world, AI is just that one more link to fraudulent car buying.
So continuing the numbers, 35% summarizing likely financing rates and options, negotiating tips and advice, 30%. Exploring warranty or protection plan information, 29%. And chatbot on a dealership website, 24%. And scheduling dealership appointments, 23%. So if you're not using AI, apparently, when it comes to cars, you're behind the curve, like us.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that, but
Well,
I'm touchy-feely. I got to go touchy-feely.
Let me move away just a little bit. Okay. Well, we've got more, and I'll have more headlines for you in the next hour. So, we need to take a break.
We do.
And when we come back for the second hour of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, we're going to review the Ford Bronco Strope Edition. Now, do we have that video, Mr. Mars?
We do not. Well, we have a video that we put together, but we do not have the one that you were looking for.
Oh, dang it. I wanted to play that one. It's a YouTube video.
Well, that's the problem. You can't download from YouTube.
And Ford Motor Company set this up.
Yeah.
And I complained to Ken Peabody, and I said, Ken, why would you put something like that on there? And for me not be able to download it and play it on my, I got to make some phone calls.
Well, he called me to see if the guy that he called me back, and he hasn't. But I did learn, if you go look at it, in the media site that we're supposed to have for editorial use.
Awful.
Well, they've got a contractor doing that now, and he's putting everything on YouTube and driving everything to YouTube.
Well, that's just great for him.
Along with his advertisement of how you can hire him to do the same thing for you.
Well, we still need to take a break.
All right. I'll quit whining.
No, we want you to whine more.
Okay. David's got cheese. He's bringing a cheese plate out.
The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we're going to talk to Richard Tomlin about his Wrench Rally 3.
All right.
Detroit to College Station. I'm going to revert.
What could go wrong there?
Yeah, I'll review the Bronco Stroke edition. Plus, Jeff has this week's Motor Minute just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zeke, and to my right over here, the infamous who let us borrow his beautiful, neat garage. What is it, David?
If he had his headset on, he could talk to you.
He's looking at you to pot him up.
You can turn that music down
Okay.
and get out of my garage.
Well, that's not going to happen. Now, I will say this, that you could cut us off and go, I don't know what happened. Something
Blew the
happened.
breaker.
Blew the breaker.
Or when your son comes home and hits the garage door.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I should have turned that off.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, so Richard Tomlin, I guess it was Richard. We're going to find out. Richard, are you there? Good morning to you, sir.
I had him there.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. It's good. It's good to see you. Good to hear you. We're going to pull your picture up here so everybody can see
There he
you.
is.
There he is. Richard, was you that came up with the wrench
You
rally?
should hear me now, loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. So, was it you that came up with the wrench rally?
Do not know.
I don't think he can hear us. He can't
He
hear
must
us.
not
it's
be
on
able
his
to hear
end.
us.
Yeah.
David, would you work with Mr. Tomlin here and hopefully get him on the air with us? We can hear
I'm
you.
there. I thought.
Can you hear us?
Now I can hear you back.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So are you
we
coming on
never
Rich Rally
left.
3,
You're back.
Don? Like, are we going to do this?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm glad to get you to commit.
So I'm not going to be on the rally, but I'm asking you, were you the one that came up with the wrench rally?
Correct. We were sitting around having beer and a good time and watching old Roadkill and Top Gear and Cannonball Run, and we said we should do something like that. And that was 2022. We got up the next morning and called a bunch of friends, and within a month we had created Wrench Rally. We flew to Seattle. Everybody bought cars for $1,500, and we bonsai'd back to Houston in 2.5 days. And we found out that was a little too much, so we've slowed the pace down. And originally we were donating the cars to single mothers when we got back to town, and now we are working with Drive for the Cure. All the money we raise this year will be going to Parkinson's research. So it's going to be
very
pretty
good.
entertaining.
So explain to everybody exactly how this works.
Well, we all jump on planes. We fly to this time it'll be to Detroit. Some of us will drive up there. We have a service truck that runs behind us, so I'll drive up there. But Basically, you show up when you want. If it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, you buy your vehicle Wednesday. You show up. We basically inspect the vehicle, make sure it's good. We've got a cap of $2,250 this year. Go out and buy a vehicle. We verify that you paid that much for it. If you go over that budget, then you immediately donate that right to charity. No problem. You can get a better vehicle if you want. But the purpose of this is to get something that forces you to learn a little bit, to wrench on a car, to work with somebody on repairing a car. And in the end, once we've done 4 days traveling across the great United States and around Route 66, that we can sell on eBay Motors or Cars and Bids, and then all that money gets donated directly to the charity. So this is about going out having fun with friends on the road, and then selling a car at the end for charity, and then going home with a road trip to tell for a lifetime.
Give me some examples of cars that you can purchase for $2,200. This ought to
We
be
have
good.
found 4-wheel drive 7.3 turbo diesel ambulances in Detroit running and driving for $2,000.
With the body
You talk
still in
about
it.
Cannonball Run, that is the perfect vehicle.
Is the gurney still in the back?
Yeah.
There is no gurney, but there is a couch so the co-driver could sleep on, right?
And this is a team event.
Yes. So the reason it's a team event is we run what we call, it's called a gimmick rally. So I tell you day one, we're going from Detroit to Louisville, Kentucky. That morning when you leave, I will hand you a sheet with 18 to 25 riddles of things that when you solve the riddle, it will tell you where you should go. And then you will drive there and you will get a picture with your team, your vehicle, and your sign, because some people are very creative with Photoshop, to verify that they're actually at the location. And then you solve more puzzles and go to the next one. And eventually you will end up in Louisville. Now, when you get to Louisville, you have a before and after. So if I tell you you got to be there at 6, you show up 5:54, you're too early. You show up at 6:06, you're late. So you have a 10-minute window to arrive at our location that night. And with 16 to 17 teams, it ends up being a little over an hour and a half of the range of people showing up. So it's there's a lot of gimmick to it, a lot of fun, and going to get you in some spots that you've never seen and never done. You guys were talking about AI earlier. That's kind of the nemesis for us on this rally.
Yeah.
We wish we could take people's day. So there's been a lot of time and effort put into trying to make really good riddles that even AI cannot solve. A lot of Google Maps, using Street View to find interesting things to go look at and see. And, you know, if I get you to stop at 15 spots a day, days, I've created a story that you will tell for lifetime. The service vehicle is behind Chase with 3 competent mechanics. In case anything happens, you've got somebody to fall back on. We got a rule that we call the Kansas rule. If you see another team that's broken down beside the road, you're required to stop and render service to them, help them get to a parts store, take care of things. It's not that serious of an event, but it is that serious because in the end, we're helping research for Parkinson's this year.
And when you get to Louisville, or each night stop,
right?
And you get there, you get all checked in. Yeah, everybody's here now. Isn't there something going on that evening?
We usually have a dinner, get together, maybe some adult beverages happen. Depends on where we're at. Some of the Chamber of Commerce's bring a lot of local businesses out. We've had some that actual little car shows that happened, which was entertaining because stars are not that pretty. Some of them are pretty nice, and you're amazed they got it for the price they did. One is, well, actually, the car did it twice. They found a 1997 Lincoln limousine, white limousine, and it actually did both of the first 2 wrench rallies, and now it's at some off-road park in Dallas with 44-inch tires on it. So some of the vehicles are crazy. Some of them are very basic. A lot of minivans, quite a few of the later model BMWs get chosen just for reliability. We've had a couple Mercedes. There's just fun stuff. Detroit has a lot of Cadillacs, so we are finding those.
Oh, yeah.
How about
60
school
Cadillacs.
buses? Are school buses allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that we can sell to help raise money. That's the goal, and you're going to be stuck in it for 3.5 days.
So this is a combination of a gumball rally and a lemons race.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. We've talked to the guys at the Gumball, that Gambler 500, the off-road guys. They actually may be partaking with us this year on Wrench Rally because theirs is now about cleaning up the environment and off-road world. So they're talking about coming out and helping us with Parkinson's. But Gambler 500 is another one that people compare it to. But this is on road. We behave. We obey the laws. We meet a lot of new friends and make new acquaintances and places to go and see things too. Every time we go out, there's something new that's added to the event.
They
You
need
know,
to get the Hot Rod Boys
I'm
involved.
thinking right now that we should really attempt, the three of us,
I'm
to
telling you.
maybe to join you, because I guess the appealing thing is I never even considered an ambulance, but as long as I can work the wee woo lights and the siren, I'm in.
That might get you in some trouble, Don. It might.
We'll have some IVs of adult beverages lined up back there.
Oh, yeah, see,
there you
that's why we
go.
need to have Jeff involved. Right. And because everybody will want to wind up getting a ride in the ambulance, at least for a short while.
Right.
And I've had plenty of IVs in my life.
Yeah. And
This one-
and Mars,
He could drive.
He could drive, and we could worry about tires and curbs later.
Well, that would help us make our time because we have to stop and change the tires after we hit the curbs. And
Or we could get a hearse. A hearse would be another good one.
The other
yeah,
good,
yeah.
the other good thing about this, Richard, is the fact that we can actually now do a live broadcast rolling down the
Down
street.
the road.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking that this is something that we could work with. Maybe perhaps our good friend John Gray over at Gulf Coast Auto Shield to sponsor us, and we could get a wrap on it. We could put all sorts of things on the side of it because there's a lot of billboard space on the side of that.
Tell you, it's
and
like
we
a
need
Lemons.
David to sit up in the back. He can be sitting back there being the engineer.
And let me tell you something about David, and you don't know this, but I will tell you that back when he and I worked together at a radio station, that he actually went on a ship, a passenger ship, and caught the ship outside of London and actually took the ship and did a live broadcast with the then Doug Johnson, the weatherman.
Mm-hmm.
And this was before you could keep the satellite and
geographic.
yeah, everything all
synced up.
David managed to do that. So if he can do that, he can do the Wrench Rally 3 and keep us on the air for days on end.
So now, when does this start again, Richard? Because I'm thinking with all this stuff, with like you said, the AI and pulling phones.
Yeah.
If you get up there maybe a week ahead of time and really scope out them 25, 50 cars and get a deal and, hey, something under the table.
Yeah. Well, there are teams that have already purchased vehicles that are in storage in Detroit already.
Oh, wow.
Found them on Facebook Marketplace, made the deal. They trust what the people are saying. They trust the vehicle is going to be there when they get there. And that's how the game works. So there's already vehicles that have been secured. Other people will show up the day of because the thrill of the hunt is one thing, and the pressure of getting it back to inspection by 6 p.m. is always fun. But yeah, so the other kicker for me this year is this is the 100th anniversary of Route 66.
Right.
So we get to do some of the Appalachian roads, and then we'll get to do some Route 66 tour as well. We'll drop down from Louisville, Kentucky, down to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Then we'll go into Possum Kingdom Lake, and then into Bryan College Station. So some great back roads. No interstate allowed. Interstate automatically gets points deducted. Even if you are behind, you're not allowed to take the interstate. That's not what we're here for.
Why Bryan College Station? Is this a joke on the Aggies or something?
No, just a new place to go. There's some
I
good
see.
roads around there that we enjoy, and I had some really good gimmick things for people to find there. And coming into Houston has proven to be challenging at 5 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to Bryan, and we'll terminate it there that night. We'll spend a bunch of us will spend the night there at the Stella Hotel is where we're going to end at, and it'll be a good ending. That's also Mike Satterfield's home with the Gentleman Racer, where we run Grossbeck Grand Prix out of, which is also our Victoria event in April. So
Where is the starting point in Detroit?
So there's a couple old factories that I'm talking with. We've sent some emails to city management because there are abandoned.
Yep.
It's not like we need them very long, but we're trying to get some epic photos to come out of there. But there's a couple old factories that we're
Yeah,
looking
there's
at.
more than a couple, but yeah, you
This
got your
is what I've been
choice.
told.
Yeah.
So it should be an awesome time. So much of this is made purely out of fun. That's what we're doing, and if we've got the opportunity to help people while we're having fun, it makes it an even better experience.
Very cool.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
this one. Now,
What's the dates again?
Some of the back roads are crazy. February 25th will be the team meeting in Detroit. We will roll out that next morning, Thursday morning, the 26th.
I'm not going to let Mars try to attempt to pronounce this, but the Ouachita Mountains, Route 66 influences, tribal
where
nation
Ouachita.
regions, sunset arrival at Possum Kingdom Lake, that all speaks to us, and it just so happens to be on Saturday, February the 28th, Possum Kingdom Lake. That would be the ultimate goal of getting there. Maybe perhaps we can speak with you while you're on the road if you have cell service.
Oh, yeah. We'll have cell service. We're not that far off the main roads, but we
You
are
know
off
what
the
you-
main roads.
You could use this as a Valentine's gift to your loved one. Say, hey, we're going to Detroit and we're going to be in a car rally at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And,
have a
and,
really good wife.
and we're going to go to the Ouachita Mountains.
Yeah. And we're starting in Detroit.
And we're starting in Detroit.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that was inmate of the month at county in Detroit one time.
Maid of the month.
Inmate.
Inmate of the month.
Oh, inmate.
Inmate of the month.
See,
at the county.
see where my
I
mind
never
went.
want that award. Never.
No, none of us do. But Jeff knows people.
I got
So
a guy.
there's that. Well, this sounds like tons of fun. So is there a website or something you can go to and keep up with you guys?
Yep. So you just go to my Apex Autoworks TX.com, and on there it'll have a little link that'll say Wrench Rally, and from there you apply. We want to know who you are and what you're doing and why you're there, because there are legal implications with what we're doing, and we can't get a bunch of yahoos out there messing it up for the rest of us. So we
Yahoos.
decided we
I
approve
guess we're not
someday.
invited.
We're not.
That's why
We're out.
That's why we're postponing our next trip with you guys
Yeah.
till next year, because we don't want to be classified in the Yahoo
Yeah.
department.
And then you got
Yeah,
the Chihuahua
you guys will be fine.
run.
Yeah, the Chihuahua run. Well, Richard, best of luck to you. We will be talking to you, Mr. Morris. We ought to put that down on February 28th. Yeah. So.
Well, 25th, February 25th, and then
well, I
they
know,
leave
but
on the
the
26th.
I know, but the Saturday,
Saturday.
The Saturday
for our show.
broadcast. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what we can cook up something.
Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Well, best of luck, brother, and good
Appreciate
luck on
it.
that ambulance run.
We'll see
Yeah.
you soon.
Thank you. All right.
You bet.
Take care.
Oh, that would be
Oh
so
my
much
gosh,
fun.
it would be, wouldn't it? Hey, just ahead, a review of the Ford Bronco Strope Edition, plus Jeff's Motor Minute, when the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good.
Make a splash. Live the dream. It all happens at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. Check out classic autos to today's cars and trucks. Experience off-road adventures with Polaris, Ram, and Camp Jeep. Explore 5 acres of the newest sport boats, fishing boats, and much more. It's all here, from the open road to the open water. If it thrills you, you'll find fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventure.
Yep.
We are fueling adventure, aren't we? Hey, we invite you to join us for our live In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday, 10 to noon Central, on the InWheelTime.com website, YouTube, and Facebook. Be sure and check us out. It's free. And don't forget, 30-minute podcasts of our shows can be had from your favorite podcast store. Okay, time now for Jeff's Motor Minute.
I've got questions to start conversations about a car. Do you have a name for your car?
No.
No name?
No.
You got a
No.
name for your car?
Nope.
Okay, we're going to move on then. If you could live the life of any professional motorsports driver, who would you trade places with? I'm thinking
Donnie Allison.
Mario Andretti for me.
I was
Oh,
thinking Jay
Oprah will.
Leno, but he's not really a race car driver.
Well, okay. Then, and this goes out to the folks out there listening too, because we can chime in on the internet. If you could add one single driving law across the nation, what would that rule be? And you could make it mandatory for the road. I suggest driving naked.
Really?
Yeah. What would you do?
I don't know.
Vinyl seats, leather
you-
seats.
I don't want to.
Drive naked.
I don't want to see most people naked.
No, even if it's just from the neck up.
I don't know.
If you
I
could
don't even
have-
want to have those thoughts.
If you have one person as a chauffeur, who would you hire for the job? And remember, they're naked. No, I'm just. Who would you hire to be a chauffeur?
That would definitely make a difference in who I would hire.
I would think Jeff Gordon would be a good chauffeur.
Yeah,
Because
He
I
would- he
remember,
would be
I remember
fine.
that. I remember that video where he took that poor salesman on
Yeah.
a
Oh,
race on a race
that's-
ride.
and he started that trend of that
Yeah,
too.
that was good. I like
What's
that.
your
was
favorite
good.
car movie?
Eastbound and Down.
Really?
Loaded up and trucking. Yeah.
Okay, mine would be Bullet.
I'd have to go with Bullet too. It's not really a car movie, but that car is
Right,
just-
exactly. But do you know? Speaking of Bullet, do you know there was a movie called Seven Ups with Gene Hackman? It was about a
Yes.
New York cop
Yep.
and driving through the streets. The soundtrack of the Mustang in Bullet, all the shifting and all that stuff, was actually used in the movie Seven Ups. They just
Really?
took that audio and put it in there. Yeah, and it's also been in several other movies as well. And the gentleman that drove the Charger in the Bullet movie,
Yeah.
he was actually the stunt driver for that car, and he did other stunts as well with different
yeah,
movies. car
he
movies.
worked with Steve McQueen a
Yeah,
lot.
a lot.
Yeah,
So
they were buddies.
So, anyways, that's a Motor Minute. So if
That
you
was
think
the
of-
same guy that went into the gas station and blew
Yep.
everything up, and
Yep.
he died
Yep.
and all
Kind
that.
of
Yep, yep,
laying
the other guy
out there
was
at the
shooting
end with the
guns.
fire and all
Yep,
that stuff.
yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep.
We need another new good car movie, don't we? You know, Gone in 60 Seconds. That was a great movie.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Never really got into that.
And the original Gumball Rally was pretty good. Then they hammed it up when they made too much stuff in it. Too many people.
Yep.
It wasn't
And
very
you,
good.
You talked about what was the movie you talked about? The
About
Tulane Blacktop or
no
something.
no Eastbound and
Eastbound
Down.
and Down?
Yeah, we saw that movie when we were on the hot rod tour.
Yeah.
At the drive-in. Yeah, very good.
it was good.
And Richard Tomlin needs to get a hold of them boys out there and go on that rally.
Okay.
Get some cases of Coors while you're at it.
Yeah, I could do that too. That would be the yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
that,
go.
when I was in high school, that was the big thing.
It was.
Because you could not buy Coors in the state of Texas.
And
We went on a road trip, me and my buddies, my hot rod buddies, back in high school. We went on a road trip to Oklahoma, where Ross was from. We went up there, and we decided that Kansas wasn't that far away. So somebody made a run to Kansas and bought Coors beer and brought it back, put it in the bathtub with a lot of ice. Never drank one of them.
it's called bootlegging.
Well, whatever.
Yep.
But we did that.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
very good.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had the opportunity, and it was a good opportunity, to drive a 2025 Ford Bronco. But it's just not an everyday regular Bronco. Although the Bronco itself is really a cool vehicle, I will say that. Final assembly location, Michigan Assembly, Wayne, Michigan. You've been there, driven by.
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Mars, did you go to Michigan Assembly with me? At the time, they were building Ford F-150 pickup trucks. Anyway, so this is where they build the Ford Bronco. Available trim levels: the base, the Big Bend, the Outer Banks, the Badlands, Heritage Edition, the Strope Edition, and the Raptor. I had the Strope two-door edition. Very special vehicle. I'll tell you about it in just a minute. Small SUV. This was the two-door version. It seats 5 people. It's a red, white, and blue paint job, and it is patterned after the famous Strope fella that actually did the big rally stuff back in the day that made a name for the Ford Bronco, off-road stuff. And so they've kind of recreated that in many ways. I was really hoping, as you can see here, exterior features and interior
Yeah,
features.
yeah.
See, I drew the line through there.
Yeah.
Why did I draw the line through there,
'Cause
Mars?
they're-
Because I was going to have a great video that I was going to play that explained everything about Mr. Strope and
Absolutely.
the Strope Edition. And it had video on it, the whole 9 yards. It was a 5-minute long video. And I thought, well, this will be a great addition to my car review. Well, guess what?
It's not happening.
Thank you, Ford Motor Company,
Uh-oh.
to putting it up on YouTube that we couldn't download it. Jacked up. So it's got a 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 that turns out 330 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque
Wow.
through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Tow rating's $3,500, but 3,500 pounds, but that's not what you want it for.
No.
17 miles per gallon city, 18 on the highway, because it is a hot rod. It has a combined rating of 18. I got 18.4 miles per gallon over 342.8 miles. What I liked, the power and the transmission work very well together.
Good to
and
know.
most of the time, when I say something about the motor and the transmission, they don't talk to each other.
Right.
But this one, oh yeah, baby, they got this one down. It's like I said with the Ford Maverick. You know, when it comes to Ford Motor Company, they know how to build pickup trucks. And this is kind of an extension to that. And this Strope Edition has all of the off-road features. What could use improvement? Absolutely nothing. Love the paint job. Got tons of thumbs up with the red, white, and blue paint scheme on this thing. Ride and handling, not as bouncy as you'd think with this short wheelbase.
Really?
Yeah, it's not, because the travel and the shocks and the springs is great, so it can handle that off-road bouncy
okay,
stuff.
okay.
So lots of suspension travel. I want you to go to YouTube and look up Ford Bronco Strope Edition, because we can't play it for you here.
Gee whiz.
It's not your fault. I'm
No,
not
no,
blaming
no.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the media website that Ford has come up with for us media folks to use as a tool to show these things to you has been hijacked by somebody, I guess, that Ford contracted with. So I'm just griping, and I've got a right to. Base trim price, $77,630.
Okay.
You're going, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
huge. Price is tested $77,665. Now the base model Bronco price is $38,995. Got the GOAT mode, all that good stuff. Now, what are you going to compare it to? Obviously, Jeep Wrangler. It starts at $32,095. I thought I would go outside the box and look at some other vehicles that you may or may not have heard of, because in this group of vehicles, I picked the Scout Traveler.
Okay.
It doesn't come out until 2028. It's under $60,000 is what they're shooting for. My guess is 2 years out, they're not going to make that. That's an all-electric Scout version called the Scout Traveler. You remember the name. Then we have the Subaru Outback, and you're going, well, how could he compare that to it? Well, you know, that off-road edition that they have, I think
I think it's a Wilderness. Is that
Yeah,
what
Yeah,
Subaru was
yeah.
pretty strong in that market.
it was $34,995. We got tons of thumbs up with this thing, riding down the road, going into parking lots. Hey, man, can I see that? Yes, you can. The paint job resonates with everyone. And I would not have thought that, but boy, it does. And what Ford did was they took the paint job from the Strope family that did the racing back in the day, and they got real close to the same colors. And it's just a really cool vehicle.
And it depends on where you put those colors, how you put that on the body of the vehicle to make it look good. Because sometimes putting that together, you make it look too busy and gaudy.
Yeah, well, it was really cool, and really enjoyed it. And thank the Ford Motor Company and Ken Peabody in Dallas for sending that to me, because I had lots of fun with that, and unfortunately couldn't play the video for you. You know what? We need to really try and get that video somehow, some way, and play it on a random show coming up,
All right.
because it's that good. Gives you the whole story behind the Stropes. All right. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, send us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Did I not turn any of this on?
Nope, you
Oh
didn't.
my God! So we've been off. Nobody's heard anything but music.
Correct.
Oh, for God's sakes! Well, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Should have hollered for him a little earlier.
What?
Yeah, I should have. David, help. Anyway, welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're going to do the Hemming Sold Car Roundup, and that's why we yelled at Mr. Ainsley, who I scared the cat apparently inside the house, because David's going to join us with this week's Sold
Should
Car
have brought Larry
Roundup.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's timid, isn't he?
He likes me. He doesn't like too many other people.
Well,
Does he like your boys?
No, he likes me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you're the
why.
breadwinner.
he's a one cat kind of guy.
He is.
The canned tuna winner.
I'm the person.
Okay. All right. So this is a little game that we like to play every once in a while with the Sold Cars Roundup from Hemmings.com. These cars were on their website, and they sold. And so the goal here is to guess what the car sold for. So our first one up this morning is going to be the 1966 Dodge W100. I didn't even know there was such a
Yes.
thing.
Yep. The W. That's
Yeah,
the
but
W.
actually, that's a pretty good looking truck.
It is.
Standard cab, 2 doors, nothing fancy. Remember, this is 1966. So how much do you think that thing sold for?
$4,000.
Jeff says $4,000. Would you like to guess, Mr. Ainsley?
Ooh. 8,000.
8,000.
Okay. Jeff Heisman says 14.
It sold for $9,500.
Ooh, I was close.
See, I think that would be a good pickup truck to have. Easy to
Yeah,
work
looks
on.
nice.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Next up, a 1968 Dodge Coronet. Now remember that the Coronet was, I think, the Road Runner and all of those.
It was the baseline for that.
Right.
Okay. I'm saying 21. There's a David Lusk that says 22.8.
22.8. What would you say, David?
I don't know. I'm still seeing the truck.
He's still
I need to
seeing
see
the truck.
No, you're not.
Oh,
That's
no,
a
that's
white
the car.
car
Oh,
to
there it
me.
goes. Oh, okay, hang on. It just switched.
Here.
I
Here are
got
my
it.
glasses.
19,000.
19,000. Well, this particular car apparently is pretty correct because it sold for $34,650.
Yeah. Heitzman gave it a 21 as well.
Yeah. This would have been yours. The next car up, a 1993 Cadillac Alante.
Oh.
This car was built in Italy.
Yeah.
And it was flown
Yep.
to the United States.
Designed by Pininfarina.
Pininfarina.
Pininfarina. Yep.
Pininfarina.
Yeah.
And at the time, now remember, 93, This was a hot commodity.
Yeah.
And it was expensive, too. Unfortunately, it just didn't live up to all of the hype.
Because it was when they shipped it in. Didn't they have to ship it in pieces?
I think so.
To follow they were dodging some taxes or
I don't
something.
know.
Jeff Heitzman says 26. I'm going to say 17.
David, would you like to give it a whirl?
8,000.
$9,000.
There you go. You just won a car.
And I've actually rode in several of these, and they rode great.
I never liked him, even
surprisingly.
though I never liked him.
It's ugly.
Next up, now I probably prepped this car over at Richardson Chevrolet because this was my day when I was working there. In 1970, Chevy Monte Carlo. Wasn't that 70 the year that they came out? Or was it
I believe
69?
so. I think it was 70.
70.
70. So this is a first model year vehicle, the 70 Monte Carlo. I'll never forget when these cars came in. Of course, the dealership had them hidden in the new car make-ready building and all that. And, of course, us and all the mechanics would come out there and look at it because it was a brand new car.
Kathy had a 70 Malibu that color.
You open the hood on this car, and there's about 3 feet between the radiator and the front of the motor.
Yeah.
It's all nothing up under there.
You could actually stand in there.
Yes, you could.
And
Right.
work on your engine. I'm going to say $8,000.
Now, okay, but before you say that,
Okay,
let
all
me
right.
just say this: that based on the price that I'm looking at, my guess is that this is all original car
right.
that was probably restored. Okay, so keep that in mind as far
Okay,
as your
Jeff
pricing.
Heitzman says 19, and the David Lusk says 22K. I'm going to go 17.
David,
15.
well, Mr. Lusk wins.
Very good.
$23,625.
You go, buddy.
Yeah, and that wasn't an SS. They didn't have the SSs and none of that
Yeah,
stuff.
they came out.
Yeah,
I think
after.
71
Yeah.
or the end of 70, 71.
And remember, I think that it was later. I think it's 71 model or something. They had the swivel seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
front.
Oh, yeah.
That was a carryover from the Oldsmobile. Brought that
Oldsmobile
over
and
too.
Pontiac, I believe, too.
Next up, this is Leslie's car, a 2014 Toyota FJ Cruiser, and she says, "Man, if they still made that car, I'd buy that car
They
today."
do. Don't they make that car?
No, they haven't made it in years.
I thought they made an FJ.
No. But
You,
this car was
What?
based on
I sent that.
the 4Runner. Did you know that? Yeah. So this is a 4Runner in an FJ Cruiser form, 2-door, off-road,
Oh, yeah.
SUV, Scout kind of,
I'm sorry, what year again? Is it
a 2014.
2014.
Again, this is probably a low miles original.
Yeah. Heisman says 13K. I'm going to go 14K.
22.
38.
Oh, boy.
850.
I
Well,
thought
I'll
they had some value.
They're,
Well,
they're,
I'll pull
they're
that
like
money.
the old original Broncos.
Yes.
I mean, they're just like stupidly high.
Yeah. And remember when they stopped making them, the sales weren't all that great. That's why they stopped making
Right,
them.
right.
Next up, a 1959 Volkswagen Beetle. This is a resto mod.
Yeah, buddy.
They've got the bumper tucked in. It's got big wheels and tires on it. Super clean. This is my kind of vehicle. I would really consider something like this if it was a little more to my liking when it came to the price. How much do you think that the 59 VW Beetle would go for?
I'm going to go $40,000.
Wow.
You want to guess?
Heisman says $7,000.
Boy,
David-
7 to 40.
David Lusk says 25, hold value, crazy. I'm sorry, 14. David Lusk says 14. I'm sorry.
I'll go 18.
$52,500.
I was close.
So there's little more to the
Yeah.
mod than
You don't see
the
the-
resto.
Yeah.
You don't see the jewelry box on that one.
Man.
It's nice.
Next one. It just drew my attention. This is a 73 Pontiac Firebird, dressed in white. It looks like it's all stock. Based on the price, I'm going to say it's probably an original numbers matching car.
TA.
I don't.
Is it?
Well,
TA
it's
on
got
the
that.
hood?
It's
Yeah.
got the TA hood.
Got
on it.
the TA hood, but I think that doesn't. I'm thinking that's like a 70 model front end. I mean, I'm not that big on Pontiacs, but that just don't look quite right for that year model.
All right. Well, 73 Pontiac Firebird. Keep that in your mind when you tell me what do you think that the car sold for.
I'm going to say 15,000.
15.
I think
David,
25.
what would you say?
25.
David says 25.
David Luss says 19, and
19.
I think Mr. Heitzman says 23.
26.
Oh,
Ooh.
775.
well, we're all kind of in the
I
range.
won 4.
That-
4 cars.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, and for our last one this morning, I have to do this because there's something appealing about these kind of trucks. This looks like an all-original, rust-free. This is a 1951 Ford F1, which in today's world would be an F-150.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an F1, 1951. And let me tell you something. I had a 54 Chevrolet pickup truck decades ago. And boy, I'll tell you what, they've come a long way since this era in building trucks because those things were built to last and there were no frills whatsoever.
Okay, David Luss says 12.5. Jeff Heitzman says 41. I'm going to say 20.
30.
15,750.
Oh,
Years ago, and I'm talking years ago,
David
here in
Luss is
Alvin,
closest.
I got an assignment to come and shoot some pictures of an F1. But it was a big block, blown, tilt front end.
Yeah.
But whenever he walked down the street in that thing, you knew he was coming. It was beautiful black.
See, if I had one of those, it'd be all cleaned up, original paint, and the original, I assume, 6-cylinder engine in it. 51.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Yeah. An inline 6. Normally aspirated, single carburetor, no horsepower, tons of torque.
Yeah, put.
Yeah, and it probably had a 3 on the column.
3 on the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. I would. There's something about the original truck that just does it for me. It's plain. It's simple. It's nothing fancy. Clean it up.
sleeper.
Yeah. Well.
Not really a sleeper. Because you're not going to go blow somebody's
Well, that's
doors
true
off at
too.
the red light.
But you could make
it just.
I would have a really nice, easy on the knee clutch. Clutch pedal on it, and a new clutch on it with a nice balanced flywheel and clutch plate. And boy, I'll tell you what, that thing would last forever. Of course, you could only do about 50 top speed in it.
Well, but traffic here in Houston, you're not going to go much faster
Well,
than
you're
that.
right.
Well, depending on the time of day, too.
All right.
Don wouldn't even on a
Wouldn't.
freeway.
Yeah, wouldn't even entertain that. All right. So that was that, and thank you very much for playing. And Mr. Lusk, welcome to our little game that we play, and we appreciate you participating. Everybody can participate. How do they participate, Mr. Mars?
They can go into either Facebook or YouTube, either one, and watch the live stream and use the live chat to click into it and send us the message, and we pick it up off of either one of them.
And that's who both of these fellas are on.
Yeah, and you can do that anytime, really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Actually, you
especially
want to make a comment during the show,
do it.
yeah, do it. We'll try
You can
and
even
keep
say
up with it.
hateful things.
Yeah.
We'll just ignore those.
Yeah. And we had George wasn't playing today, so we hope George is okay. George is okay.
Yeah. Always worried about
Yeah,
George.
I know.
He's not been in great health, and George Skelton is who we're referring to, and love George. And he and I went to grade school, junior high, and high school together. Anyway, let's take a break, shall we? Just ahead, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll bring some of you the stories making automotive news headlines this week. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous loopy beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla, he's pretty good.
Make a splash. Live the dream. It all happens at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. Check out classic autos to today's cars and trucks. Experience off-road adventures with Polaris, Ram, and Camp Jeep. Explore 5 acres of the newest sport boats, fishing boats, and much more. It's all here, from the open road to the open water. If it thrills you, you'll find fun for the whole family. Get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventure.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We invite you to join our live broadcast every Saturday 10 to noon. We're going to try to be on, I think, 9 to noon at the Houston Automotive Show. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
But you raised doubt in my mind that that's going to happen.
I have no doubt that it's going to happen.
You had doubt earlier.
No. I was. Yeah, we can get in there. Yeah, because I think Rochelle on those days she's there like at 6:30 because of the TVs and things she does.
Okay. She should have hired me. I'm telling you, I'd be a great spokesperson for the Houston Automotive Show. All right. Time now
Ring a
for,
bell.
huh?
You could stand out front with a bell.
Yes, I could. And that would be right. Hey, come on in. Ding,
Like you
ding,
said, the
ding.
Walmart door greeter. There you go.
Time now for the racing calendar, Jeffrey.
Well, there's a lot
Brought
of.
to you by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Thank you for that. Not a whole lot of racing going on because the season's winding up. You got Daytona. We'll have more information on Daytona a little later. But David mentioned, I got hiccups. David mentioned General Motors' $6 billion hit. On Thursday of last week, they lose another $6 billion as a result of the decision to pack up the electric car process. It comes of a $1.6 billion charge to disclose in October, but only $6 billion of this is involved. It's another sign of the significant cost of traditional automakers after the president recently said that they were intended to go foster the adoption of zero-emission vehicles. GM and other automakers invested heavily in EV plans in anticipation of stringent environmental regulations put in place by the previous administration. They also expected some states to follow along and take the lead of California and ban gas-powered vehicles by 2035. But this administration rolled back those emissions. Those rules are gone. Financial support for the EVs is also gone. Electric cars aren't going away entirely. However, a significant demand remains in the United States and actually flourishing in other countries around the world. Much of GM's $6 billion, David, charged against its earnings will go towards settling canceled contracts of suppliers of the parts for the EVs. So that's what they charge it back. They got to pay all those contracts out. GM did not announce that it would be discontinuing any particular electric cars at the moment, nor did it announce that it would be closing any factories or cutting any jobs, but it had already announced in October that it would be eliminating one shift at the Factory Zero EV plant in Detroit, placing 1,200 hourly workers on indefinite layoff, and it also placed 550 workers at an EV battery plant in Ohio on indefinite layoff. So it's a big hit for GM. They're paying out now because they know that the future is going to be back to the gasoline motors. So there you go.
How about the other manufacturers?
They hadn't reported yet.
Stellantis,
Yeah.
they've cut all that off.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Ford's backing out of theirs.
Yeah.
You know, what was the truck? The big EV truck?
Yeah, and then they had a fire at one of the plants too.
Well, that was at a aluminum stamping plant.
in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big mess right now.
So it's cyclical. It's, hype, and then boom, got to pay the piper at the end.
All right, Mr. Mars, this week in auto history.
Yes, sir. Found lots of things that I think are really interesting. And I wanted to note that since we started doing this, we started out, oh, this happened, but it's starting to come together to where things build on top of each other. So, for example, in 1896, Charles and Frank Duryea sold the first Duryea motor wagon. Now, this is the first recognized sale of an American gasoline-powered automobile, which literally singly started to launch the U.S. auto industry. Now, going into that, another step that happened in 1909, Cadillac came up with interchangeable parts. Now, they demonstrated this because they went to England and they won a competition over there and showed that interchangeable automotive parts with precision manufacturing could work on a larger scale. So that's how they kind of started moving the industry towards the mass production. Then, and you look at it in 1913, is when Henry Ford perfects the moving assembly line. Now, these things kind of tie in together because of the way the parts are, so that Henry Ford gets these ideas and starts by the innovation, which actually cut the Model T build time from over 12 hours to about 90 minutes. Cut cost.
That's huge.
Wages
Yeah,
rose.
big.
And so car ownership exploded from that because people could readily get to them. Then in 1949 is whenever General Motors expanded the availability of the Hydromatic automatic transmission. Put it out across multiple brands, including Oldsmobile, Cadillac, and it quickly got people accelerating away from the manual gearboxes because it was just considered easier, it was nicer, and it was just a luxury feel to this. And then in 1953, power steering reached the mass markets when Chevrolet expanded theirs beyond, it was just their luxury models. So they started putting it on other vehicles, which got it down into the mainstream. Then in 1964, the Chevrolet Impala was tops in U.S. sales.
Oh, yeah.
And, hot rodders for years have been looking at the 64 Impala and several years around there. But because of its size and comfort, it just really hit with the American people, and then it became a hot rod.
Well, hot rods and low riders.
Yeah, yeah. In 1972, of course, you got to have a few hiccups as you go along in this development process. The Chevrolet responded to growing criticism of the Vega engine durability, and actually it's whenever they started looking at it and started taking it out. And it was the troubles from the Vega that actually caused it to be dropped across the industry. 1986, Audi brings all-wheel drive sedans to America, and I did not realize that was what happened when they brought their all-wheel drives across. Because of the rally racing they were doing in other parts of the world, it really came across and brought in the traction and stuff where people could use it for in mud and snow and things like that. So if you look at auto history, including coming up to 2002, when it really steps into the drive-by-wire throttle system. Now, we always, as you get up underneath the hood, you reach up there and grab the throttle cable on the carburetor, and you blip the carburetor, and up pop the butterflies a couple of times. Lots of fun, particularly at the drag strip. You can't do that anymore. It's all drive-by-wire through the throttle bodies, and it's all part of the computer mechanisms that gets us to where we're at. Of course, this is what helps with our fuel economy, and it also gives assistance to the semi-autonomous driving systems that are being developed.
And it also ends the show on a very ugly note. Depressing. We don't want to hear it. But there are still, you don't have to have those.
No,
you don't. Can still go to the Five and Dime and buy yourself a Holley 4-barrel carburetor.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can buy even a fuel injection that
They
looks like a Holley
exactly.
carburetor.
I was just about to say that. Very popular.
But that was some of the things we found this week in automotive history. And like I say, it started clicking how, if you look back through it, how things build on themselves.
Except EVs. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that, did I? Some of the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Despite an industry-wide push to go paperless and digitize the car buying experience, customers still mostly prefer to visit a dealership for financing and take home physical documents, according to two studies. CDK Global's 2025 F&I Shopper Study, published in September, found 55% of customers signed paper versions of the necessary auto deal documents, and 53% said that was their preference. Study ran from mid-April through May and received responses from 1,300 consumers. 62% of consumers received physical copies of the documents at the end of the auto deal, and 53% said they preferred to leave with such hard copies. Give me the receipt, dang it. I bought it. I want something.
I bought
Something
mine.
for my
I got a
$50,000.
I got a
Yeah.
flash drive. All my paperwork's on a flash drive, and I signed a computer. I scribbled a touchscreen.
Well, because you were always that kind of rambunctious youngster, always
Yeah.
pushing the edge.
I guess.
Stellantis has canceled its full lineup of plug-in hybrid vehicles that it spent the past 5 years turning into some of the segment's top sellers. Automaker will instead focus its electrification strategy on conventional hybrids, such as the redesigned Jeep Cherokee that is shipping to dealerships right now, range-extended electric vehicles, and a small number of full EVs. The Jeep Wrangler 4xE, the number one plug-in hybrid in the U.S., according to registration data, is among the vehicles the company has canceled for the 2026 model year. Whoops. I've got a series of stuff here for Ford Motor Company drastically scaling back its electric vehicle plans and refocusing its U.S. manufacturing footprint on hybrid and gasoline vehicles to reduce losses from an EV market that never developed the way it envisioned.
Oh.
Ford Motor Credit faces a wage and hour lawsuit. What? A wage and hour lawsuit on behalf of customer service representatives who claim they weren't compensated for mandatory off-the-clock work. The suit, which is seeking class action status, alleges violations of the Fair Labor Standards Act and breach of contract by the captive lender. According to the complaint, customer service representatives, before their scheduled shifts, were required to boot up their computers and log in, a process that typically took 15 to 25 minutes. If they didn't, they faced disciplinary action for tardiness, according to the suit. Well, guess what? They didn't get paid for that, and they're going, well, wait a minute, I'm on the clock. No, you are not. Oh, yes, you are.
Also, the credit department, so we're going to credit you your check.
Yeah, well.
That's what it is.
Okay. And Ford Motor Company said that in 2028, drivers of its vehicles will be able to take their eyes off the road as part of a new version of its driver assistance system.
It can go wrong there.
It will also, in the coming months, roll out an artificial intelligence tool that customers can use in the Ford and Lincoln app before the automaker integrates it into the vehicles in 2027. Hands-free, eyes-free. I don't see a problem there, do you?
My car reminds me, keep your eyes on the road, because if you don't, it's got that sensor, whatever.
Yeah, but that's because it's old.
Well, I wear one of my sunglasses, too. You can't see your eyes.
Mitsubishi Motors North America suing an Iowa dealership, Edwards Mitsubishi, for refusing to participate in the automaker's visual identity program, alleging it used unauthorized signage and failed to provide the exclusive showroom mandated by its dealer agreement. Okay, you're getting sued.
Yep.
You don't put the sign up and you don't want to sell cars, well, we'll take care of that.
Yep, goes around, comes around.
Opening and closing the car door is one of the simplest tasks a human driver needs to do. But for a robo-taxi, seemingly mundane problems, such as an exiting passenger leaving a door ajar, can lead to all sorts of chaos. Waymo is addressing the vulnerability by paying people in Los Angeles about $20 to $24 to help stranded cars. Many are tow truck drivers who learn when the company needs their assistance through an app called Honk. Cesar Marenko, who owns Milagro Towing in Inglewood, told the Washington Post that he does about 3 jobs a week for Waymo through Honk. He posted a video on TikTok of himself helping a car that was unable to move until he freed the seat belt caught in a rear door. Can you imagine?
It's way more trouble than
Hey,
it's worth.
way more trouble.
You
Yeah.
know the Waymos in Houston are on the rail tracks. Did you see that?
No.
I think it was on your station.
Really?
The Waymos are going on the local rail. What do they call that? It's
The rail line.
Rail line. You know, it's
Metro?
Metro. Yeah.
Metro.
Rail. They're finding they're driving on that and parking and pulling.
How
over.
fun.
Yeah.
In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're going to wrap things up right after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at InWheelTime.com. We're always looking for new information, informative, great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, event, road trip, tall tale you want us to feature, let us know. Our email address is info@InWheelTime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store, too. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon, Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time video coordinator is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin. The booking agent, video editor, Michael Out of This World Mars. Chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to our weekly show contributors, George Skelton and Jeff Heitzman. Have a great weekend, and so long for now.